Hello guys, welcome to my channel. The less is more. So today we will discuss an editorial from Indian Express, and it is about federalism and center's recent ordinance. Okay, so let's see an editorial directly rather than engaging in any other discussion. So let's start. The title of the editorial is Hijacking Delhi. Center's ordinance rides roughshod over Supreme Court verdict. Court must step in to uphold federalism, reinforce checks and balances. The Center's ordinance promulgated on Friday unwisely and unbestly undoes the judicial and judicious settlement of long battle that gave primacy to representative government in Delhi. Okay, so what this ordinance has done? The judicial and judicious settlement of long battle that gave primacy to representative government in Delhi, it has undoes this judicial judgment. On May 11, today 2022, a 5-judge constitution bench of the Supreme Court led by Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud unanimously ruled that elected government of Delhi, which is a union territory with a legislative assembly, has control over services. Now the centre has in fact defied the apex court's order by creating through the ordinance a national capital civil service authority headed by the chief minister with the chief secretary and principal secretary home as members. All matters required to be decided by the authority shall be decided by majority of votes of the member present and voting. It says so. Chief minister, chief secretary and principal secretary of home, okay, and majority of votes present and voting. Since the Supreme Court order, the Aam Aadmi Party government has been in an unseemly hurry to task officer it perceives as doing the centre's bidding. But the ordinance appends democratic accountability. Two bureaucrats appointed by the centre can now overrule its elected chief minister. The ordinance restores, even expands the Lieutenant Governor's control over Delhi's governance. If in its May 11 ruling the court had struck a blow for the basic structure of federalism, this ordinance undermines constitutional federalism in both letter and spirit. In its bid to wrest control of government led by another party, the centre's move smudges and blurs the line of accountability that runs between the people and their representative in Delhi. So it has smudged and blurs the line of what? Accountability. Blurs the line of accountability between people and representatives. The question of the division of powers between centre's appointee, that is LG, and the state government has been considered and scrutinized by the court since 2015, when the former brought services under the LG, that is centre, brought services under LG. The Delhi High Court upheld the centre's decision, but in 2018 the Supreme Court ruled in favor of Delhi, demarcating the union and Delhi government spheres of control. In 2019, a 2-judge bench was split on the issue of services. The tortuous process finally led to an emphatic May 11 verdict. The government may well defend the Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi Amendment Ordinance by citing parliamentary supremacy. The invocation of Parliament's prerogative, however, provides thin cover for an ordinance that the executive has unilaterally pushed through literally in the dark, and which hurts other foundational principles that are part of the basic structure of constitutional democracy. So, invocation of Parliament's prerogative provides thin cover for an ordinance that the executive has unilaterally pushed through, literally in the dark, which hurts other foundational principles. Senior members of the ruling party and government often cite the people's mandate to underline the legitimacy of their action and policy. The people's mandate to underline the legitimacy of their action and policies. It's a people's mandate to underline the legitimacy. By the same token, the Delhi Assembly and government also represent the people's will. Through this ordinance, the centre seems to be sending the message that the only elections that matter are the ones the ruling party wins, and that the power conferred on it brooks no checks and balance. On Saturday, the centre moved the Supreme Court, challenging its 11 May order, coming a day after the ordinance. This betrays the centre's sense of purpose to shrink any elbow room the AAP government may have got. Shrink any elbow room AAP government may have got because of the Supreme Court order. Of course, the case made in the review plea needs to be heard and contested, but the Supreme Court must ensure that the eloquent and essential defense of democratic federalism by its constitution bench is not hijacked. The Delhi case is a talismanic test of checks and balance in the face of an overweening center, executive and legislature. So guys, this was today's editorial. Okay, and it talks about how the center has hijacked the Delhi's government power, and how they have established an authority which will decide on the service and transfer of the officers. Okay, and it would be done by the majority of members vote, majority of votes of the members present and voting. Okay, and those authority includes CM of Delhi and Chief Secretary and Principal Secretary of Home. Okay, so apparently 2 officers would be from the center side, and so they can overrule the Chief Minister's mandate or the Chief Minister's orders, right? So, and the author is saying that it is hurting the constitutional morality and federalism, right? And senior members of this ruling party suggest that it is the people's mandate which underline the legitimacy of the actions and the policies of this government, right, central government. So it seems that centers don't want any centers. What is the sense of center sense of purpose? To shrink any elbow room that the AAP government may got. Okay, from the Supreme Court order on 11th May. In 2018, the Supreme Court ruled in the favor of Delhi that it is the matter of Delhi's government to be the service to be controlled by, and in 2015 the Delhi High Court upheld the center's decision and favored the central government. Okay, on the matter of services, right? So now the center has created an authority through the ordinance route. Okay, Chief Minister, Chief Secretary and Principal Secretary Home as members. Okay, so these centers move smudge and blurs the line of accountability that runs between the people and the representative in Delhi. Okay, so these moves will do what? It blurs the line of accountability between whom? The representatives of Delhi and its people. Okay, so here the author is saying that it was scrutinized in 2015, then 2018. This is a factual paragraph. Okay, and this is intro and what has been done. This is implication. What it would be? Invocation of parliament prerogative would do what? Provide thin cover. Okay, what is the message the center wants to send? Okay, and this is conclusion that Delhi case is talismanic test of checks and balance in face of overwhelming center executive and legislature. Okay, so fact, intro, what has been done, that is also factual, then implication and the message to be sent, and conclusion. This is how an editorial, essay or any answer you can write. Okay guys, so thank you, bye bye, signing off for the day.